This is not a very good hunting channel. Today I'm going to be trying out a camping setup that I plan to use this year for whitetail season. So stick around. All right, back here, a little ways from the entrance to the marsh, but I picked out a spot the last time I was here. Okay, well, I'm in the back, about at the marsh. I'm just walking along. I'm looking for a spot that I can set up a tent, because getting here early in the morning is a real pain in the ass. I'm over an hour away from my house. I'm at the staging area. That's where I cross over the marsh to get into the island. But so yeah, I live over an hour away from here, and getting in here early enough is a real pain in the ass. I have to wake up super early, get dressed by my truck, then make the walk in here. I marked the trail coming in both ways, with the push pin markers, the reflective ones. So, my thinking was, if it's going to be dark when I'm coming in, I don't want to be wandering around trying to find the path and then get, sidetracked and lost or whatever, and have to wait until the sun comes up to find where I'm going, and then I've wasted all the morning for the hunt. So I marked the trail. Yeah, like with those pins here. There. So that was my original plan. Then I was thinking how much better it would be if I could camp here overnight and then just get dressed from the tent and get to the hunting spot. It would save me so much more time. So that's what I'm out here doing now. Walked in, and this is the staging area. So this is the area right before I walk into the island, and it's not very big. It's pretty narrow. I might measure this off. Oh, okay. I dropped my pack over there, and it has the measuring tape. But just by looking at it, I don't think it's going to be big enough to fit my tent. And if it is, I can't walk around it. So that's not very. It's also pretty uneven. So I don't think this is going to be any good for me for setting up a tent. My tent is not. I'm going to head back to the trail. My tent is not necessarily big. In the grand scheme of things. Well, I have several tents. The one I want to bring has a large vestibule to fit a wood stove, but I'm not going to be bringing a wood stove. I'm going to bring my little propane cooktop kind of thing, but I need room. I don't want to be doing it in the area where I'm sleeping. So I'm going to bring this tent that has a bigger footprint than my other ones, but it has room in the vestibule to cook. I can put my gear there afterwards and still have lots of room. So I'm not sleeping with all my gear in the tent with me. So I have kind of like a covered area to keep my gear. As I walk through, I don't know how far that was. I'd say straight shot, it's probably 50 yards, something like that, from the staging area. And so I'm out in a clearing or junction from the trail heading back where we just came, and then over there is a way out. So this opens up in the cedars and stuff, but this area here is plenty big for my tent. There's some uneven spots, but right about there, that's looking pretty good. So now I'm back with my gear, and I'm going to do a quick setup and see how this site works for setting up a base camp for when I'm hunting. I had put up a camera. I don't know if you can see it up there. I can't really see it, but I put up a camera just to see what kind of activity this little trail gets. And there were some deer that were walking through. So obviously there are deer walking through here, kind of, parallel to the creek that runs through here. The water looks like it's really low. So driving over the culvert down the way where it drains out, there wasn't very much, if any, water. It just kind of looked damp. So it should be an easy go through the marsh this time to get to my stand. I'm going to refresh the mineral lick and stuff like that, get some salt back out there. But like I said, today I just want to get a quick setup of the tent and stuff. I brought most of my gear, actually pretty much all of my gear, tent and mat and all that stuff to get it to see how it is. So right here, I can't really tell one way or another how flat I am. It doesn't feel like this side is too much lower than that side. I don't really want to be sleeping pointed downhill. But yeah, unfortunately, I think getting into the sleeping bag on that corner of the tent might be a pain in the ass. So I'm just gonna try it like this. And if it doesn't work the first night, well, I'll rotate it and see if I can find a better way. So now I'm gonna start getting some stuff ready to test out my cooking setup. Now, when I go out there, I'm not gonna be bringing a bunch of fancy stuff. Like, pretty much will be ramen noodles. That's pretty much what I'm gonna be bringing. I don't want to carry a bunch of things. I already have so much to carry. So, the least amount of carrying, the better. Okay. So this is gonna be my little cooking table. Again, I gotta try to find some place fairly level because I'm gonna be boiling water. So I have a mess kit. This is a Soviet one. I didn't like the way that this sat on the burner, and I didn't want to have to bring a separate thing, so I decided to just get one of these, and this will just be my canteen. This holds 4 cups of water, so that means I could do 2 of those ramen noodle packets. Just want to see how well this works, to be able to boil water and heat this. It's going to take longer because it's got to heat this up, but I'm curious to see how well this puts out some warmth. I definitely feel it even, like 10 inches away. And I'm pretty much sitting. So I'm pretty much sitting a foot away from this thing. The inner ring is getting red hot. Yeah, it's nice and warm. Now I don't know. Oh yeah, you feel a lot of heat up here. So this isn't on full blast. Let me see if I can. Don't really want to move too much. Yeah, that's pretty high, I would think. Either way, this thing is getting really hot. So that's a good sign. My fingers get pretty cold pretty easily. So I think this will be nice. This will be something that I'd probably get going right away as soon as I got back in. Just to warm up my hands. This is making a difference. My front leg here, that's closest to the table, is definitely getting warm. It's been running for about, I don't know, keeps changing whenever I flip around. Let's say about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So Balls of water. No bubbles yet. So, anyways, I think I timed this. It boiled water, and uh, the Soviet kit boiled water in about 3.5 minutes with the propane inside though, so it's warmer. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot longer with this heater on there, because now the pot is way farther away from the flame. But good thing to try out, test out before I actually have to use it. Because I know there have been nights when I was hunting out at the hunt camp back in the day that I would come back to the camp and I would have to get a fire going right away to warm up my fingers because it was so damn cold after a full day's sit, even with heater packs in there. Um, so having something like this that I can fire up really quick, it'll already set up. Like I just have to turn the gas on and spark it. So having something like that will be really, really helpful, just to be able to function after the hunt. So this has been running for over 5 minutes. It hasn't started to boil the water yet, but it is hot in here. I just checked the weather. It's 5 degrees outside Celsius, and I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to start taking off my layers here and my hat because it is heating up the camp like crazy. I had it on what I thought was kind of medium to full blast for a bit, but it was just pumping up too much heat. It was too hot. I was also starting to smell kind of like a propane smell. So I don't know if that was leaking or it was, it can't burn as fast as the propane's coming out. I don't know. So I turned it back down. Or it's just, the fumes that are in this thing. So I might open up the doors and let some more air in. But I know this thing definitely is heating up the tent really well. Like, it is warm in here. It's nice. So yeah, so I think I might pull it off and put the pot directly on the burner. Okay, so yeah, it was very close to boiling. I think I've only moved this to where it was on the burner itself, maybe not even 30 seconds ago. So it's ready to go. Between the heater and cooking this food, it really warmed up the tent. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna finish my meal. I don't think anybody wants to watch me eat a entire bowl of noodles, so I'll finish that up and then yeah, tear it all down. Like I said, I brought some more salt to put onto the mineral site, so I'll do that after I'm all done, and then come back, grab my stuff, and head back home. Anyways, thanks, guys. Hope you're having fun out there, and hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.